Howdy and welcome in. And guess what day it is? It's Thursday. And guess who I'm with?
It's Mama Mary.
Mama Mary is here on Thursday, and this is one drawer out of a jewelry chest that I bought. And this is most of the amber out of the collection, and I'm already smiling because amber makes me and my mother very happy. I think there's only one necklace in here that's reconstituted amber. We'll get to that in a little bit. Most is genuine and unaltered in this drawer. A lot of it is sterling silver, and I just love it as a fantastic happy stone. Why do you love it?
I like it to me because it's very neutral. Maybe it reminds me a little bit of citrine, which was my mother's birthstone, and I love that. So I just think that it just goes with anything. You can just put it on with whatever you want.
I agree with you in so many ways. Look at that cuff bracelet. Let's start with that one. Wow.
Big.
Look at that one. And look how fantastic that stone is with those inclusions. And what I love about this one is I liked the size and the proportion of the oval cabochon not being too high domed, and the wearability of that style of cuff is very smooth on the wrist because the contour of that wire is very smooth. Sometimes the bands on cuffs will be what do I say? Just uncomfortable.
A little bit too
sharp edge.
Stiff.
Yeah. Isn't that great? I love that one. Sterling silver mounting, and I just really like that stone a lot. Really nice sterling silver. What you got on your side, buddy?
Well, I'm going to do a little comparison.
Okay.
Because this leans a little bit more. Am I in the right place?
Yeah, you're right there. Here, let's put a hand up.
Pin.
Go ahead.
And that leans a little bit more modern made, like not old.
Oh, it looks like, but it looks more 70s, would you say? Here, I'll hold that one.
Yeah.
Do you think 70s? I think so, because it's made like a tree. The sterling silver made like a tree. Mom, I think that's more, I don't think it's new. I think it's more 70s. Yeah, I would think
this
so.
This one could be different because it doesn't have like a rollover on that, Jay.
Oh, it does not. No, it does not. You're right. So it's probably a little bit older.
Older.
Yeah, that one's really abstract.
Older of the
Almost
two.
Modern and brutalist at the same time. Looks like an abstract sculpture.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Look like corporate art. And then those beautiful... what I like about this one is the natural color play of that deeper burnt orange, saturated orange amber, and then that egg yolk color. An egg yolk amber, let's be clear on that, needs to look like the yolk of an egg. It's a very yellow, swirled, mottled, much like this. And much like this. So let's get into that and show egg yolk amber. So that is considered egg yolk amber. See how that looks exactly like the yolk of an egg? It is a very saturated, true, goldenrod, deep, it's a deep yellow. And do you see that slight marbleization running through that stone? Now there is plastic and is synthetic amber. Some is in the lucite family, some is in the bakelite family, and then they have reconstituted amber, which is genuine amber, kind of redone and molded into a new composite. Or it has a, what do you want to say, a plastic carrier. That then holds that kind of crushed up or granular amber that then's molded into beads or stones that are then cut, polished, and faceted. That's exceptional.
This is really beautiful.
Look at that modern mounting too.
Modern mounting, just a beautiful color.
Go way
the
up.
Stone is just wonderful.
Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. Do you love the shape of it?
I love everything about it. I love the shape, and I like that it's the stiff metal.
Yep.
And then I like that you have the flexibility of the leather
Yes.
chain, which is really nice.
It's very directional. No chain, you know what I mean? Very directional about that pendant. And that's articulating so that swings on that bail. And it's a very squared off bail. Very graphic. That is stunning. Sterling silver. And then look at the tubular bail that then becomes part of the collar on that leather. Yeah, and then sterling findings up here. Here, show them. Yeah. Show them that. There you go. So that they can see the sterling findings at the top.
Mm-hmm.
This collection is wonderful. I don't know how
Different.
long. Can you show them the back of that stone real quick?
Oh, sure.
So they can see how it's modeled on the back for natural amber. Look at that, how it's modeled.
Look at that.
Very cool. That little peak of white. And that true, see how it looks like the yolk of an egg? How it's swirled and kind of modeled. Looks exactly like egg yolk. So that's the two examples. I really prefer this pendant. If I were to wear them, this one I would say, let me look for hallmarks. I still have that one in my hand. It's like I don't want to let that one go. I like that little sculpture. Yeah, this one I would say, let me look for touch marks on the bale and see if we have any. A lot of these were marked in Poland. Or at least the Baltic region. And their hallmark system is very different than us in the States, stateside. This is marked only 925. I think on this one, I would say, because of that rope twist, it does have some oxidation down in here. That does have some age to it. I would say late 70s. Is my best guess on that. I would say late 70s. This is definitely not after 1980.
I feel the color is a little bit more muted.
It is.
And subtle.
It is. And it does have some oxidation to it as well. Now, amber does oxidize because I had a brooch and unfortunately it fell off of a chain and I got a little tiny chip on the end of the pendant. And where the little tiny chip is, it's lighter yellow than what it had oxidized to on the surface. So it will oxidize over time. That's just natural oils, oxidation with air and sunlight. I think some of these have that, though. I would say that this color was probably that lighter yellow, and Bakelite really oxidizes. But I don't see any Bakelite in this.
It got darker.
Yeah, I don't see.
I really do.
This one's really super cool. Let's save that one. Let's tease them. Let's tease the viewers. This one, I would guess that maybe, I'm still thinking that that's genuine amber that's been reverse carved and then carved from the front. Look how they encapsulated that with a sterling silver mounting. Love that foliate bale. Again, fully articulating some moves with the wearer. That is a huge piece of amber too. I do not think this one is treated. Most people would say that that's likely treated. I don't think so. I see natural growth lines. I see little air pockets. You know, if this was, let's say this, if this was altered in any way, could have been amber that was then injected with resin to fill in some gaps in some of these areas, but I just don't see it. I see that as genuine and very cool. Do you love this one? Would you wear that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would.
That looks like a you thing. It does.
Yeah, I would wear that.
Yeah, that looks like something you would love. What do you got?
I'm going to show you these two because they're very different. This one here has a lot more carving to the metal, and it's like solid. This one's completely different. It's more modern. It's got an expandable band. Completely different stone and mounting setting. More modern looking. This one reminds me of just a little bit more antique looking, like vintage looking.
Yeah, like older style.
Older style.
That's very clean line. That looks like it would go with this pendant. Like if you were to wear this pendant.
So
and I was like, your pendant, because I'm probably going to give you that.
Go both. These go both. They just both ways.
Yeah,
you know.
But that's more traditional.
It's amazing.
Yeah, more traditional antique, and that's kind of that. That's kind of like the more cognac amber, like that.
A darker.
Yeah, like a reddish orange in a way, like cognac amber. It has that brownish orange, but look at the flash inside of that. And, you know, amber is a very soft stone, but interestingly enough, does take such a high polish.
But this one really shows flashes of red.
And look at how that is tension set in there. I thought that was a whole bale. See how it's tension set?
Oh.
See, I thought that was a whole, let me put this on top.
It is.
I thought that was a whole bezel, but it's floating in the center.
Oh,
look at how that's optically... I thought that was a whole... When you held that up, I did not see that that's like a modern sculpture.
I didn't realize that either.
Wow, and look at inside of that.
So you look at the detail.
Yeah, and you know, there is, you know, insects in amber, little bugs, little flies, pieces of, you know, leaves, compress things because it's fossilized tree sap. After all, wonderful construction. And by the way, Mom, most of the ones from the Baltic or Poland have that adjustable shank. So that's very usual. That is extremely wearable. Did you try it on? That might be a gift too. Look at that.
It's close. I could expand it, I'm sure.
Look at these amber earrings. I love that naturalistic border. Kind of a very common thing to see, that kind of foliate and little raindrops. This is a great box. How do you think we did?
I think really nice.
Oh, and this kind of matches that ring you just showed. So almost a match set. Do you like things that are exact match, or do you like slightly different?
I like slightly different.
Why? Do you just it doesn't make,
because you don't have to work as hard at putting it together.
See, that's what I say. I say you don't have to be
you
don't have to struggle.
You don't have to matchy.
I don't think so.
No.
You know, and like, okay, if you have these earrings on, for example, if you have these earrings on, and they're such a close match to this, but think about this: the bracelet's 3 feet away from your earrings. When are you ever going to hold your hand up by your earrings and then someone say, "Oh, those earrings don't match your bracelet"?
Well, unless you want to be an attention person.
An attention whore.
Yeah.
So a drama queen. So, yeah, why bother? Look at the sterling silver mounting on that one, though. That double bezel. Mom, that's a great one. And I do like that that's closed back set. That they polish the silver. See, they polish the silver on the inside to really reflect the light. The light just goes right back out to the viewer. That I love.
Well, these are... Study your eyes. I'm nowhere near it.
Oops. Now I want to watch the struggle.
Here we go.
I'm going to watch the struggle. Oh, no.
No, hold on.
Oh, there you go. Look at you go.
I'm
You're
close.
a pro. See, I'm not even going to...
These look very red, but you can see a lot of insects in these.
Is there little bugs in there?
Yeah, I see little bugs in there.
You might see compressed... Oh, that
No,
might
I
have
see
a little bug.
bugs. I saw little bugs
I
in
think that might be a bug. I think you might be right. Look at those, though.
These
I love the
these are
step
leaning
down.
very red.
They are very red. That's more of like a cherry amber. Yeah, those are way more red. I agree with you. Do you love those? I love them. Oh, look at that bracelet, though. Does this match the earrings? But I'm not allowed on your side of the box.
Well, stay on your side.
See,
then.
I'm not allowed on your side, but I want to touch this one. What did you get? So is that more of a matchy to this? Look, it is.
It probably is.
See, so now these earrings go with that kind of border. Look at that.
But you don't have to
take
be
that
matchy.
up to the camera. Yeah, right there. Look at that,
How
though.
pretty. Look at the design on the bracelet.
Here, I'll show them.
Boy, does it say it all.
You know what? You're right, because look at the metalwork. So you not only look at the stones, you look at the metal, too. Yeah, you consider the whole package rather than just the stones.
Right.
Look at that up close for that gallery of the pierced out
So
sterling.
pretty.
Hand fabricated. Do you know how difficult that would be?
A good
to make?
selection.
Yeah. And then when we sell bracelets like that for like $200 to $200 to $300, some people will complain. But Mom, think about this. So think about this as a silversmith. These are hand constructed, but think about this. So is that worth $20 a link? Easy. Because the price of silver would be. So is that worth $40 a link? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's $240, right? If my artist brain is working. So $240, and yet you can't. Some people say it's too much for $200. It's like, how can you get it for less than that? Not on something that looks like that for that quality.
I think what it is you have to figure out what do you really want.
Sure.
And you go ahead after the piece you really want.
Right.
I would rather buy a piece that's $200 versus three or four pieces that are $50 a piece that I don't really like as much.
I agree.
And then
unless you change your fashion out frequently, if you're one of the people that like to switch things out.
This reminds me of Jason's video that he did about the pools of light, with the way the
orb shaped
sterling is put around the orb.
Yeah, because they're ball shaped. Those are wonderful. Look at that cage-like construction on the silver.
I know.
You're doing a great job showing them.
For a change.
Wow, I know.
I was practicing on the last video. Kirsten, I'm getting better.
Practicing on the last 40 videos?
Well, yeah, just about.
Look at that. Oh, is that great?
Kirsten, you won't make fun of my drive-by anymore.
Kristen did. Kristen Roth.
Kristen Roth.
Okay.
Kristen Roth made
fun of you.
Well, anybody can make fun of
She
me.
said a drive-by.
I know.
The merry drive-by. But Kristen's the best.
Pretty.
Kristen is awesome. I love her very much. Look at that for Amber. Giant pendant. 800 silver. Gotta love it. Huge. I would almost think resin on this one, but no. This one's still, no, this is still Amber. 800 silver mounting. Love the gold-filled chain. Oh, and then beads. Which ones do I want to talk about? What is this? What is this? Is this gold? This one's got like a gold frame on it. How did we not see this one in our little preview peek? Oh, it's gold-plated, gold-filled. It says right on there. Amber says right on here. Amber and then GF gold-filled.
Oh.
But look at that one. Now, look at the goodness that happens in there.
That's goodness.
Yeah, unbelievable and very high domed. Love that gallery wire. Look, it's on my ring. It's the same gallery wire as what's on my ring. Very similar. Very similar. I think that is exquisite for Amber. This box is great. What a heck of a buy. This was, I don't know how long this had been collected. Is this a gold clasp on this? Go ahead, show them.
I like this because it's asymmetrical. If you can see on the side, it's a very, very dark amber, very dark color.
Here,
Totally
down
different.
Here, right there. See, all you gotta do is just right in the center. Look where your hand is right here, and then you stay here, and then you can show them like that, so that they
Nice
don't get
bail.
the glare off the ring light. I like the asymmetry
That's what I
of
was
that
thinking.
sterling border. Wow, is that a big one? Go up close. Wow, is that a big one?
It's a big stone.
Jeez, and look at all that inside of there.
But you know what's really
Look
wonderful?
how different each stone
Look
is.
at the back. The back shows
Oh,
like it's very
it does.
sappy.
Yeah, like the natural,
The natural
amber
sap.
finish. Yeah, I love that. You know, sometimes they leave that kind of rind on. So, remember that one pin I had and had all that kind of nubbiness and looked like bark, looked like tree bark.
Nice.
I like that one.
I like this one too.
Look at the glow of these. So guess what? I never have seen this before. The clasp is marked 333. I believe that's 8 karat gold. That is the least gold hallmark in gold. It's marked 333. So I think that's 8 karat gold right there. I think that's 8 karat. I think 375 is 9 karat gold. But these are really, look at them.
Looking to see if you have any bugs in there. Oh
Why
yeah,
are you
look,
so,
right here.
Look, you're so focused
I don't
on the
know
whole
why,
bug thing.
because-
Is that really a bug? I think you're seeing things. I think you're seeing things. Yeah, you're seeing things. You're nuts. You're out of your mind. You're like, that's a bug. No, it's not. That actually is. I've always known that to be compressed
Tree
air.
stuff.
Compressed air. And I think that is some, you should see the little, like, leaf form. And then,
There you
there's
go.
some sort of insect leg or wing of some sort. There's a lot of
See?
very small things in here. Very interesting. I don't see any bugs, though. I think you're out of your mind. I think you're completely losing it. So look at the quality of these. I love that color. Mom, that one's really
Isn't that
great.
pretty?
Look at how many little inclusions.
Oh yeah, a lot in that one.
Knotted in between, and then that 333 gold clasp signed there on the gold clasp. You don't see many amber beads with a gold clasp, so those were very revered. I would say these are probably some of the most vintage of the collection. Maybe I would say late 40s on this strand, the way it's strung. I would say late 40s. I really like that strand though. Doesn't it look like candy?
Yeah.
Doesn't it? I mean, doesn't that look like you could eat it?
Marvelous.
Looks like candy. I'm hungry. So, sterling on yours, is it?
I don't know. It's
Carnelian? Yeah, I don't know why that wound up in.
I don't know.
I don't
It's
know
in
why that
here.
wound up
So
in
this
here.
is carnelian.
I think so. It doesn't look amber to me. Yeah, you can see here, listen.
Got
It's
accidentally put there.
like it's hard stone, so that's, carnelian. Well, maybe I have another carnelian thing, another carnelian drawer. Sterling AL something on the maker, sterling silver, carnelian, and then that brass line. But why I like this is, don't you like the style of an asymmetrical pendant like this?
I do.
I've always thought that was so cool. I think that started 80s. I think it was like mainly the 80s.
I don't know, but I think it's just really a nice
I don't
idea.
think, I mean, 70s probably started it. Well, 20s maybe even started it, deco, being asymmetrical. But look at that for carnelian, brass, and sterling, and then those carnelian, like, saucer-shaped beads. Yeah, those are super cool. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Fun?
Well, these remind me because here we go again with the sappy back.
Is that a technical term? Do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Like, would you go to a GIA Alumni Association and do a presentation on sappy back?
Why not?
Sappy
I mean,
back.
if they can call everything agate and jasper, I can say it's a sappy back.
You know what I'm gonna do? I like your sassiness today. You're fighting back.
I am.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What?
I'm gonna put hashtag sappy back. So now I have a new hashtag for my channel.
But look at
sappy
that.
back.
And look at how beautiful the links are in between.
That is filigree
So
and wonderful.
pretty.
800 silver for sure.
So
look at how
pretty.
Again, it's kind of egg yolk, but not really. It's a little dark.
A little darker.
A little dark.
I guess I like it that it's a little darker.
So do I. It's more orange than yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, is that
Well
cool.
done.
But look how you could wear that up close.
Yeah.
And then that down longer.
Sure.
And get away with it, even though the color is slightly different. You could wear that on a long chain. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's no sappy back. You were looking for a sappy back?
Yeah.
You felt it to see if it was a sappy back, but it's not.
Certainly was. I'm going to coin some new terms.
Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll copyright sappy back, so no one's allowed to use it, even though no human on the planet will ever use it anyway. No, there's no way. Mom, you are hilarious. Now I have something else to laugh about the whole way home.
Oh my gosh.
These I would have to say that I love. When you twist these, look at all the light that comes back to the viewer. I know. These might be, are these your favorite?
Are they all the same size?
No, look, they graduated.
Oh, they're graduated.
I know you're going to want them.
Oh, man.
You're going to want these.
I love those.
I don't blame you.
And you know what?
Oh my God, look at the color. Look, they're not heavy.
They're not heavy.
No, look at the yellow, and then look at that cognac kind of brown, and then look at the orange. Look at that, but you don't really notice it. It's not so obvious.
Oh, that's stunning.
Isn't that amazing?
Mm-hmm.
As we show each other, but we don't show the screen.
Yeah.
Look at those, and let's go all the way down. Let me take this big clunky ring off. I don't want to scratch it.
I love that one. That's
Look at
my
those.
favorite in the box.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go. Let's look. Oh my. And they're slightly out of round, but not by much. Knotted in between each. And look how big they get. Look at that, how big.
Nice.
Unbelievable in terms of quality. And look at the way, that's got to be how long? That's got to be 28 inches.
Yeah.
That's got to be 28.
Yeah, probably
Look
28.
at those. Now, look at the handful of them. That should be this should be the screenshot for the thumbnail.
Yeah.
It's just my hands with these. Let's do it. Let's do that for our thumbnail. We'll get a good picture of that.
Yeah.
And we'll do that for the thumbnail. You're so
that.
helpful with the thumbnails, too. That one that we did, do you remember the one when I had my two hands and your hand in the middle? I love that thumbnail. That was just amazing.
I know.
I think that's the one that's reconstituted, meaning...
You think this should explain that?
See how it's like banded? So
Am
it looks
I in
like...
the shot? Okay.
Yeah, you're fine. You're better than fine. Look how it's like banded. That's not natural to see it kind of so regimented in layers. I think that's poured and then amber reconstituted and poured. So I think it's poured in layers. Oops. I think it's poured.
Sorry.
It's okay. I think it's poured in layers. And then,
goodness.
Yeah, but spaced with sterling silver. Very angular, very deco in terms of its approach. Clean line, streamline. Really, I love that. Let me show them. And so, if we go in close, see how that's reconstituted? That's not a natural growth of amber. That's not out of the ground natural. Plus, the way they faceted these, the finish seems a little off. There's like an orange peel to the surface that isn't the sappy back that we love now. It's like this kind of orange peeled surface. Why'd you look at me like that? Because I used your term and I didn't pay you for it? Well, you can send me a bill. Look at that, though. I want to get you a bumper sticker that says Sappy Back. I do. Would you drive around with it? No. Why are you looking at me like that? I love you so much. Thank you for making me laugh.
This is fun.
All right, two more on my side.
Still, my favorite is this one.
Are you done on your side?
Yeah.
Here, okay, I'll give you this then. You can show them this, and I'll
Okay.
show them the bracelet because look,
Oh,
does that not look good together?
yeah.
I think I would wear those together. Look at the giant amber cuff in this modernist zigzag chevron cuff. Sterling silver has got to be signed. What is this marked? Is yours signed? This is sterling WV. It looks like it might be DTR. I think this is a designer for J. King. Look at
Really?
that. I think it is because it says DTR. But WV, I think this is a designer for J. King. Look at that
Gosh,
monstrous.
Look at that
Are you kidding me?
size.
Doesn't that look like outer
Whoa.
space?
Yeah.
Mom, that
I
could be my
love
favorite.
this.
You know what? That could be my
That's your
favorite amber
favorite in
stone.
there?
No, it might be my favorite amber
Amber.
stone I've ever seen. Holy amber. Look at that yellow. See the yellow secondary and that red?
A lot of
And
I see a lot
orange.
of red.
I have never seen a stone go, look at that, Mom, in the light.
That's a
Maybe that
pretty
should be our
stone.
gallery image.
I think
You know
so.
what? I think we might
I
have
think we'll
traded
switch it
up.
up.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Incredible for sterling. All right, what you got? And then we're going to
And
call
then
it.
we have a pendant.
Oh,
Am I
yeah.
in there right?
Here,
No,
right
I'm
there.
not.
Oh, yep, right here. Look at that up close.
Very pretty.
Wow.
That's nice.
Oh, Mom.
I love the framework around
So do
that.
I.
The
Oh,
framework.
it's got the sappy back.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, it does.
It's
We could
proof.
call that partial sappy back because it's like a little bit of the sap back, but not quite sappy
Oh, God.
back.
We're losing
Wow,
it.
we are losing it. It's late. You know, the sun's already down. Did you notice?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be quiet. And here I am. Should we listen to silence?
No, I don't like silence.
No, neither do I.
No.
And I'm not a fan. Do you want
But
to listen?
I don't like weird noises either.
Do you want to listen to packing tape?
No,
I can
thank
make you an ASMR packing tape. Are you sure?
That is really nice.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That is exquisite. I love the naturalistic thing.
I like the mounting.
Yep. So that's a partial peek
Oh,
of this
wow.
collection. Can we do more of this collection eventually? Would you
Sure,
say?
why not?
Like, do you think if I took
Just
out
bring
another
the
drawer?
boxes,
All
yeah.
right, I'll bring the boxes, and then maybe what we'll do is like, do you remember that one that is the lower of the jewelry box? Do you remember the lower drawer is like silver bracelets? Could we do that for a video? You
Why
think that
not?
would be interesting?
Yeah.
I think it would be because this collection's different than
It's
most.
a little different.
I would say advanced, not common, wearable, highly wearable, and still fashionable. So you've got wearable, handmade, distinctive, and fashionable. I don't see anything that I would consider necessarily common or average. I think it's all slightly elevated. I mean, a person that would buy that and wear that as a tree brooch with it's wearable sculpture. That's an advanced, I don't know. To me, it's more of an advanced hand or a mind. And like this is more traditional,
Out of the
but I think for
ordinary.
wearability, I think it's much more wearable than some other pieces. You know, when you get into larger, it's not everyday wear. You know, although I wear gigantic every day because I'm comfortable with that. So I like the sensitivity. You can see the person's eye as a collector
Yeah.
that they were elevated in what they were
It
choosing.
looks like they were aiming for certain combinations of colors
I
to me a
agree.
little bit.
I agree. I don't think there's any more in the drawers than what. I don't think there was any more in the drawers than what this was, right?
I don't think
no,
so.
for Amber, I think this was it. All right, so we're gonna call it. Thanks
All
for
right.
joining in. Do you want to close with something?
Yes. Have a good evening. Stay in good health and take good care of yourself and take good care of your neighbors around you. Because
I
it's
like
very important to worry about neighbors.
Yes.
A lot of people don't anymore. And that's my advice today.
I'd like to close with a very simple: don't be a sappy back. Don't see. I had to. Don't be a sappy back, and get out of bed today and realize that you're blessed in so many
Yes,
ways,
yes.
and just take on life as it comes. That's my advice.
Yeah.
Amber is like frozen sunshine. So if you want some happiness and
Oh,
jewelry,
yeah.
I recommend that you look towards amber as a sound investment. I would say over the years, the prices have elevated and have gone up, and desirability is always there with amber. People just love it, and we can see why. It's frozen sunshine in very many ways. ways. Sunset, sunshine,
yeah.
absolutely beautiful. And we're so grateful for all of you. I thank you all for joining in, and I do believe that this is going to be aired on Thursday. So happy Thursday. Enjoy the rest of your week and have an amazing weekend. And we love you.
Because we do.
You're darn right. Love you very much.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.